This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101. Welcome to Rio Rancho and Cleveland High School here on this Friday afternoon as the number 1 Alamogordo Lady Tiger fast pitch gets ready to face off against number 2 La Cueva. These two teams have already played twice this year. They have split those two matchups, and the winner of today's game advances to the state championship game tomorrow at the University of New Mexico. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Thanks for listening here to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. We will be thanking all of our state tournament sponsors as we go throughout our broadcast today. Thanks again to everybody that's making our trip up here and our broadcast possible. Lady Tigers with 2 wins yesterday, both of them pretty comfortable. Certainly the Piedra Vista with a game with an 8-run second inning. And then Cibola got a little tense late in the game, but Alamogordo jumped out to an early lead in that one, got out in front 6-0. It was then 6-1. Then it was 8-1, 8-2, 8-4, and it was there were a couple runners on with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. So it was it was a little tight there towards the end of the game, but the Lady Tigers were able to hold on. It wasn't the prettiest win. There were errors. There were gave up a home run, a lot of extra base hits that Cibola was able to pick up. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you can get the hits on your side, which the Lady Tigers have had their own success hitting the ball to the gaps and out of the park so far in this tournament, it is, at this point in the year, style points mean nothing. The only thing that matters at the end of the day is if you've got the winning score. So, it's certainly things for me to talk about and just in terms of analysis of the games, but, if you end up with 1 hit and, you score a couple runs because of the other team's errors or, the different reasons, you'll take the win every single time. So the situation this morning is Alamogordo hasn't played yet. La Cueva beats Centennial. I believe 6-0 was the final in that game. They got started at 8 a.m. this morning, so La Cueva's got kind of a quick turnaround. I don't know if it's going to make that big of a difference. I mean, I think there's 2 things you can look at. Certainly from a pitching standpoint with their pitcher, who is Hannah Hunt. She's already had to pitch a game today. That could have a little bit of an impact for La Cueva, whereas Sydney Lessentine hasn't pitched since yesterday. I would think, an hour or so between games, fatigue could play a factor there. But you also throw into there that La Cueva's, they're warm. They've gone through an entire game. They have been able to, go out there and, field and just get into the routine of a game, whereas Alamogordo did not have that this morning. But I think if you're Alamo, you're happy in the position that you're in. You got in 2 games yesterday, and, if you win 1 today, you don't have to play again for the rest of today. You'll be in the state championship game tomorrow. And that's obviously the goal going into this afternoon's matchup. So it is going to be a very interesting game. We'll talk about the 2 matchups prior to between these 2 teams a little bit earlier on in the season. That happened the last week of March, which ended up as a split, and another game that Alamo ended up having to finish 3 days later because of darkness, and because the first game went extra innings. So. These 2 teams played 2 very close games earlier this year. You'd expect nothing else going into this one. All right, huge shout-out to our state tournament sponsors today. And all tournament, Maskey's Heating and Cooling, installing and servicing Ultimate Home Comfort by Champion. First National Bank, main branch 414 10th Street, Tularosa and Cloudcroft, 575-437-4880. Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Jimmy and Tina Deere owners at 909 Delaware Avenue. JBL Construction and Consulting, Bobby Lotta owner, striving for excellence in all they do. 84 Lumber at 3401 North White Sands. Padilla Brothers Investments, give them a call at 575-551-1883. Casa Auto Group, Toyota, Honda, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Chevy GMC locations in Alamogordo. Yeah. Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo at 3410 North White Sands. Seaburger Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C. And Casa y Tierra Title and Abstract, serving Alamogordo for over 20 years, 2420 North White Sands. Let's go ahead and take our first commercial break. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. Both teams are on a knee and getting ready for this matchup, so we should be starting any time now. So we will take a break and return to Cleveland High School here in Rio Rancho. Alamogordo versus La Cueva coming up next.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
There's lots of good reasons for a personal loan. Unexpected expenses, paying bills, or home projects. And good reasons to get your personal loan at our credit union. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. Apply online or in person. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back here to Cleveland High School and Rio Rancho as we're ready for the matchup between the Alamogordo Lady Tigers and the La Cueva Lady Bears. Coach Ronnie Reyes just came over to me and said I needed to be live on the air when I was on my commercial break, but he wanted to tell everybody back home to get up, get excited for today's game. I'll tell you what, I feel like just in watching Coach Reyes during this tournament, I feel like he's enjoyed this state tournament maybe more than any other state tournament I've watched when he's been coaching for the Lady Tigers. So it just seems like he's having fun. So I think that's fantastic. And the whole group definitely seems like they've been having a good time so far, and winning obviously helps that considerably. So that's always a good way to set up for a very good time if you're doing that. All right, both teams are in their dugouts. I think we're waiting on umpires, actually, because I look around, I don't see any umpires on the field, and I see one now making his way in. So I think that's our only wait up. By the way, definitely big kudos to all the umpires and volunteers and everybody that's working this tournament and the baseball tournament over on the west side of Albuquerque. All the volunteers that are out at the track and field complex today and tomorrow. It is a huge, huge undertaking. The folks at the New Mexico Activities Association and all that they are doing as well. Do want to mention Tularosa softball? They lost their last game of the day yesterday. That was a defeat to. That was a defeat to Loving, 3-2. Gosh, I couldn't place the school. Save my life. They lost that game, so they are playing around noon. It was one of 4 teams that they could end up playing. My guess it'll be either Estancia or Mesilla Valley Christian, but you talk about an advantage there, whereas Thule will have not played a game today. Mesilla Valley or Estancia would be on their 3rd game of the day. But I do believe right after they finish that game, if they win, they go straight into the state championship game against Loving. So it could be, and Thule fans want it to be a long day because they're going to need to win 3 today in order to take home the state championship. So that certainly is the hope on their end. The Lady Tigers are hoping that they can win today and rest until tomorrow. La Cueva is obviously looking for that same thing in the hopes of advancing to the state championship game. Loser of this game would play later today. I think 5 o'clock is going to be the time. And again, that could be against a host of different teams. So we'll keep you updated with that. Hopefully, we're not going to have to keep you updated with that and what's what's going on with all of that. So the 3 umpires and the 2 coaches meeting right now at the at home plate at the moment. Let's. By the way, I said we were going to talk about what happened between these 2 teams earlier this season. The Lady Tigers have only lost 3 games this year, and this is one of the teams they've lost to. The other one was Centennial, and the other game was Lubbock Monterey. So it has been few and far between that the Lady Tigers have ended up having a defeat on their record. It has been a fantastic season, but you know, it's one of those that if you're Alamo, you've beaten this team before. La Cueva's beaten you. Good rubber match here. You know, I think the other part about it obviously is I mean, this may not be the last game we see between these two teams before this tournament is over. So there is so many, you know, moving pieces and all this. Now, the first game, Lady Tigers won an extra inning game here in Albuquerque. I believe it was 8-7 was the final. And they started the second game but couldn't finish it due to darkness. And so Lady Tigers were going to be here in the area later that week. They were actually, so initially they were supposed to play that doubleheader against La Cueva, I think 2 weeks prior, a week and a half prior, but there were some terrible winds that were happening in Albuquerque forecasted, so they decided to not play that game and go ahead and reschedule it for later in the season. And so they did it on the Monday of that Rio Rancho tournament, and so the Lady Tigers beat a good Farmington team at the Rio Rancho tournament, went over to La Cueva and finished that game, and they ended up losing that matchup to La Cueva. Final score in that second game was 7-4. So, yeah, 8-7 in 8 innings. The Lady Tigers got the win, and then 7-4, La Cueva got the win in the other game. La Cueva 25-4 this season. Alamo's coming in at 26-4. La Cueva's losses, they lost 3 out in California. Los Alamitos, Murrieta Mesa, and El Modena beat them. The only team in New Mexico this year to beat La Cueva is Alamogordo. So, you know, certainly as the year has progressed, these have been the 2 best teams in the state. And got kind of a long chat going on between the coaches and the home plate umpires. And I think they're wrapping it up now because I think they're getting to the point, does anybody have any questions? But it seems like it's going a little bit longer than than usual. So I guess there's a few more things that they're trying to figure out here. Ron Romero is the head coach for La Cueva, assisted by Robert Slater and Mike Pacheco. And Alamogordo is coached by Charlene and Ronnie Reyes, assisted by Coach Carroll and Coach Lunar. And looks like we're ready to go. All right, so that'll wrap up things on the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. One more time, let's give a shout-out to all of our state tournament sponsors, as La Cueva will be the home team. Alamogordo will be the away team, which, like I said, Alamogordo has horrible luck when it comes to winning that coin toss. So, but the Lady Tigers will get a chance to hit first. And yesterday it worked out well against Piedra Vista. They hit that leadoff home run. Amani Kosum did. Concierge Title and Abstracts, Seaburger Dermatology, Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo, Casa Auto Group, Padilla Brothers Investments, 84 Lumber, JBL Construction and Consulting, Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, First National Bank, Matsky's Heating and Cooling. Thank you again to all of our sponsors, and we'll be continuing to mention them as we go throughout the game. Thanks to our year-long sponsors as well, our scoreboard sponsor, Richardson Motor Company, our pregame and postgame, the Otero Federal Credit Union, the Winner's Circle, First National Bank, Ochoa Stucco, and Loco Credit Union. So La Cueva will be dressed in like silver tops with navy blue numerals outlined in white, blue pants with white and silver stripes down the sides of their pants, and high gray socks. The Lady Tigers are in their black pinstripes today. So it's gold pinstripes, gold lettering and numerals outlined in white. Lady Tigers in the front. Amani Kosum steps in. She faces Hunt, and Hunt will miss outside. And we are underway. Number 1 versus number 2. Winner advances to the state championship game coming up tomorrow.
Come on, Monty. Try to stop right here, face it.
And down and in it misses, and now 2-0 here to Kosum. Hunt into the windup. Here's the pitch. And that'll miss outside. Or that was a called strike. Waiting for it to register. Okay, yeah, it is outside. So your lineup for the Lady Tigers, Amani Kosum leads it off. Maylee Herrera in the number 2 spot. Sydney Lessentine will hit third. 3-0, and she's taking the whole way. That's a called strike, and it's 3-1. Chloe Lunar will hit in the cleanup spot. Haley Evans hits 5th. It'll be Alexis Rodriguez 6th. Alyssa Bautista will hit in the 7th spot. A swing and a miss. 3-2 from Kosum. Daviana Gonzalez hits 8th, and Iceland Ortiz hits 9th. We mentioned Hannah Hunt is pitching for La Cueva. And we await the 3-2. Fouled off and keep it alive.
Shelled nuts of any kind are not allowed in this facility. If you have shelled nuts, please throw them away. They are not allowed.
Sienna Perez is the catcher behind home plate. Madison George, the first baseman. Second baseman is Tony Lucero. Another 3-2. This is hit in the air to shallow left center field. Charging onto it and getting to it is their center fielder, Addison Byers, and there's one out. Maylee Herrera will come to the plate now for the Lady Tigers. Let's get you the rest of the defensive setup for La Cueva. Nadia Moreno's the third baseman. The shortstop is Genesis Jaramillo. Kate Hella is the left fielder. Right fielder is Kyra Zamora, and we just mentioned Addison Byers out in center. Bunt by Herrera. That's a pretty good one. Here's the throw to first. No, didn't get there in time. Beat it by like a step. And Maylee Herrera gets the bunt single. And the Lady Tigers put one on here for Sydney Lessentine. One down here in the top of the first inning, just underway. And so I will say you're going to hear the fans a lot more today than maybe you did in the second game yesterday, as they are all right behind me here. But that's the way we like it. Hopefully it helps you get into the game wherever you may be listening at. Lessentine will watch the first pitch. Here's the throw. They got her. So Lessentine tries to steal. And is caught stealing. And a good throw by the pitcher, or the catcher, Perez. And so there's two down. Lady Tigers have been very aggressive on the base pass this postseason. And just didn't work out for him there. One hop back to the catcher, and the count evens at 1-1. Lessentine had 3 hits in the game against Cibola yesterday. And watches that one miss high and away. 2-1. And a beautiful sunshiny day today here in Rio Rancho. It was yesterday rainy and cloudy for a portion of it. Nice and warm as well. That one right at the knees for a called strike, and the count evens at 2-2. 2 down, bases empty, top of 1. And no score on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And this is fouled off and up against the fence on the third base side. And the count evens at 2-2, or remains even at 2-2. We are on the main field, so this is a field turf field, so no dirt anywhere. And Lessentine ground ball foul. This one a little bit closer to being fair, but we'll do it again at 2-2. And unlike Bernalillo, the warning track is turf as well. That was one that really hurt Piedra Vista yesterday. 2-2 again. Swing and a miss and struck her out. So Hannah Huntz with a good start. Did give up a bunt single, but the Lady Tigers caught stealing. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. No score. We're going to take a quick break. In return, the Alamogordo Lady Tigers and the La Cueva Lady Bears in the Class 5A State Championship tournament.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the Lady Tigers and the Lady Bears are scoreless. Alamo did pick up hits, but erased with a steal attempt. And so we go to the first, and La Cueva gets their first chance to hit with Genesis Jaramillo coming to the plate. She leads things off, the starting shortstop. Lessentine, of course, a righty. And looking for the outside corner and spots it right away. And the count is 0-1. So here's the lineup for La Cueva. Genesis Jaramillo, the shortstop, hits first. Tony Lucero, the second baseman, hits second. The designated player, Lily Montoya, who's hitting for the pitcher, hits number 3. And Addison Byers in the cleanup spot, the center fielder. Off-speed pitch is fouled off, and the count is 0-2. Kyra Zamora, the right fielder, hits 5th. Nadia Moreno, the third baseman, will hit in the number 6 spot. Sienna Perez, the catcher, hits 7th. Kate Hella, the left fielder, will hit 8th. And Madison George, the first baseman, rounds out the lineup. Here comes an 0-2 to Jaramillo. And called strike 3. Right at the knees on the outside corner. Gets her looking. And there's one down. Defensive setup, same as it has been for the whole tournament, and gosh, feels like almost the whole season. Haley Evans behind home plate. Alyssa Bautista at first. Amani Kosum at second. Iceland Ortiz at short. And Chloe Lunar at third. We'll get to the outfield after this first pitch to the second baseman, Tony Lucero. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Left field is Kate Hella. Center field, Addison Byers. I'm sorry, that's Cueva. Maddie Ruiz is in left. Maylee Herrera is in center, and the right fielder is Alexis Rodriguez. And took a little bit off, but it's going to be lined out to center field, and it's a base hit for Lucero. And La Cueva's got their first base runner of the day. And it'll bring up Montoya as the designated player get her first opportunity to hit. As she steps in. And down and in, it misses. 1-0 to Montoya. As a foul ball flies in from one of the opposite fields. So a little bit of a delay, and now we're ready to go again. Runner on first with nobody out, and a 1-0 count. Slow again. 2-0 here to Montoya. Sitzel's rubber. And the motion, here's the pitch. And has kept it low the entire at-bat, just hasn't gotten it above the knees. And she falls behind 3-0. Runner on first and 1 out. Says nobody out. Nobody's running the scoreboard at the moment. There is 1 down. That's right in there for a strike. That taken all the way was Montoya, and the count is 3-1. Lessentine ready to go. And here comes the pitch to Montoya. She hits a little nubber, and this is going to be an in-between ball, and nothing for the Lady Tigers to do. That was just bad luck. It was hit in between first and the pitching circle, and also had a little bit of English on it. She didn't really get all of it, and because of the spin, it sort of rolled away from Kosum, who's trying to charge from second. Would have been a difficult play for her to make, and so infield single, just unfortunate for the Lady Tigers. And so it's first and second here for Byers, and a golden opportunity. As that pitched in there for a strike to Addison Byers, 0-1, but a great opportunity here for the Bears. Lady Tigers trying to work out of trouble early. Lady Tigers been lucky in this tournament. They haven't trailed yet. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and 0-2. Byers hitting from the right-hand side. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Looking for the outside corner, called, strike 3, got it. Second time she's earned a called third strike. And so Kyra Zamora will come to the plate with 2 down now. And a huge strikeout there from Lessentine, and did it on 3 straight pitches to their cleanup hitter. Right fielder Zamora hitting from the left side. First lefty Lessentine is faced in the lineup. And that pitch will miss down and away. 1-0 the count. Sid ready to go. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Count evens. Two singles for La Cueva, 2 strikeouts for Lessentine in the inning. As Lessentine ready to go. Here's the 1-1. That's the one hopper out, and it's going to get behind the catcher to the backstop. And so that'll put runners in scoring position now here for La Cueva. And it's 2-1 here for Kyra Zamora. Lessentine into her motion. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. And the count's 2-2. Big moment here early in this game. Bottom of the first with no score. Tony Lucetto at third. Lily Montoya at second. And Kyra Zamora at the plate. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Lessentine. Swing and a miss and struck her out. She strikes out 3 in the inning. Gave up the 2 singles. La Cueva leaves 2 on in scoring position in the bottom of the first. And we remain scoreless on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We will take a break and return here to Rio Rancho. It's Alamogordo 0, La Cueva 0. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Local Credit Union would like to send a huge congratulations to 2024 graduating class. Are you ready to take the next step towards a brighter future after graduation? Secure your dreams with our flexible and affordable graduation loans. Whether you're looking to pursue a higher education, start a business, or simply need financial assistance as you start a new chapter of life, we've got you covered. Visit Local Credit Union today. Member NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And just underway here in the top of the second inning. First pitch to Chloe Lunar misses. And the 1-0 to her is in there for a called strike, and the count evens at 2. Top of the second inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, no score. La Cueva left runners on second and third to finish up the bottom of the first. So maybe a little bit of momentum here for the Lady Tigers if they can put something together, but a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. The wind of the pitch. Check swing. She did not go. Pitch is a called ball. And so the count will go even now, 2-2. That was close to being a called strike. It wasn't that. I thought Chloe held up pretty well on that pitch. 2-2. And that'll miss down and away. And the count runs full now on Lunar. 3-2. 4, 5, and 6 in the order due up in the inning for the Lady Tigers. Lunar, Evans, and Rodriguez. Hunt into her motion. Here's the pitch. Fouling it off is Lunar protecting there. Pitch might have been a little bit high, but with 2 strikes, can't take any chances and give yourself another opportunity. Another foul ball coming in from, I believe that's field 4 to our left. And we're ready to go again. Lunar hitting from the left-hand side. Hunt, a righty. And that'll be a walk. And the Lakers on a nice 7-pitch at-bat get a base runner in Chloe Lunar, and Haley Evans will come to the plate. See if Haley's trying to bunt one on in this spot. She's pretty proficient at that, and she's been a pretty proficient power hitter this season as well for the Lady Tigers, too. Hunt winds and deals. Bunt laid down, but it'll go foul at the third base line. Pretty close to being very good there for Evans, but so the 0-1. I always enjoyed the different motions of pitchers. Hunt kind of twists her body to the right, then hands go over the head, then into her motion as Evans fouls off the 0-1, and it's 0-2. Sure, it's something that, gets her body in the right position, the little twist to begin, or possibly has something to do with, timing of the hitter. I always wonder with pitchers at all levels Fouled off, and Evans will keep it alive again. And the count remains 0-2. Now, good two-strike hitting or two-strike at-bats here early on for the Lady Tigers, just forcing more pitches. As Evans still remains around the count 0-2. Swings and misses at that one. Pickoff throw to first is not in time. And a strikeout, the second for Hannah Hunt. And there's one down. And looking for some extra softballs in. And Alexis Rodriguez to the plate. Alexis has been a very patient hitter in this postseason tournament. Has really done a good job of earning walks, getting on base. She's had her fair share of hits as well, as that pitch misses outside, maybe a little bit low. And 1-0 to Rodriguez. So with these two pitchers, when they miss, they do not miss by much. And that's in there for a strike. I think we're 1-1. I didn't think he called the strike on that first one, I thought. Could be wrong. Maybe we're 0-2. Swing and a miss. Now that was not 0-2. So now 1-2. Hunt into her motion, and here's the pitch. And foul tipped into the glove. And that's back-to-back strikeouts as Hunt has looked very sharp early in this game. And Alyssa Bautista will come to the plate. A walk to lead off the inning. Lunar standing at first. But Evans and Rodriguez strike out. And there's two down as the lefty Bautista steps in. Here's the first pitch to her. Swings and misses. And that one up and out of the strike zone. The 0-1. Down. And the count evens up at 1-1. Two outs, runner on first. And the count even at 1 here in the top of the second. No score on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And a swing and a miss. And she falls behind in the count. 1-2. Naviana Gonzalez in the on-deck circle if Bautista is able to reach. The 1-2. Down and away. And the count evens up at 2-2. Bautista settles in. Tap of the plate. Their bat. And that is a called strike 3 as it hits the outside corner. And 3 strikeouts in the inning for Hunt. And we go to the bottom of the second inning with no score. Let's thank our state tournament sponsors. Shout out to Seaburger Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C, 575-437-4533, dermhappy.com. Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Jimmy and Tina Deere owners at 909 Delaware Avenue, 575-437-5810. Casa Auto Group, Casa Toyota, Casa Honda, Casa Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, and Casa Chevy GMC. You can also find them online at CasaAutoGroup.com. Yeah. Matsky's Heating and Cooling, installing and servicing ultimate home comfort by Champion, 575-551-1351. And 84 Lumber, 3401 North White Sands, 575-434-3850. And we'll continue to thank our sponsors and hear from our season-long sponsors throughout our broadcast. Bottom of the second inning, as to the plate for La Cueva is Nadia Moreno. Starting third baseman, it'll be Sienna Perez and Katie Hella. 6, 7, and 8 due up in the order here for La Cueva. Lesson team gave up 2 hits in that first inning and 3 strikeouts. And the first one's fouled off and back to the screen. Count 0-1. Again, defensive positioning. Evans behind home plate. Infield is Bautista, Kosum, Ortiz, and Lunar. In the outfield, Ruiz, Herrera, and Rodriguez. Lessentine nods at the pitch call. And looks like she got that outside corner. She did. 0-2. Home plate umpire, a little bit of a delayed call on his strike call. So you wonder when there's a pause and just making sure. Sometimes things look like a strike and they're not. 0-2. A little bit lower, a little bit further outside. Couldn't get Moreno to chase. And the count is 1-2. Here comes the pitch from Lessentine. A little bit too low, down the heart of the plate. And Moreno's evened up the count here at 2-2. Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the second inning. 0-0 your score. Lady Tigers have got a hit. And La Cueva has a pair. 2-2. Again, can't quite bring it up above the knees as that misses low. And so Moreno has worked it from 0-2 to 3-2. What can Sid come up with here? As the 3-2 on the way. Hit high in the air and deep to left field. It is out of here. Home run, Nadia Moreno on a 3-2 count. And La Cueva takes a 1-0 lead. And for the first time in this tournament, Lady Tigers trail as they fall behind 1-0. And Sienna Perez will come to the plate. And Lessentine, who gave up a home run yesterday to Cibola. And a foul off the catcher and the screen. And the count's 0-1. Perez a big practice swing before she steps back into the box. Now, important how the Lady Tigers respond after giving up that big hit. I think as well when we go to the top of the third inning, if they can start getting their bats going. Hard hit again, but this time it'll be foul. And the La Cueva hitters are timing things up pretty well here in these last couple of at-bats. Lessentine into her motion. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss and struck her out. Nice response there from Lessentine as she ramps it by Perez, and there's one down. Fourth strikeout of the game for Sid. And it'll bring it Kate Hella, the left fielder, her first at-bat of the day. So watch that one in there for a called strike. Hits the outside corner. And 0-1. Base is empty. Bottom of the second with one down, but a run on the scoreboard for La Cueva off the home run. 0-1 pitch is a bunt attempt, and I'll say the pitch missed, so it's 1-1. Again, squaring to bunt. Brings it back and then fouls it off. And the count 1-2. Lessentine winds and deals. Misses high and away. Glances off the catcher's glove, Evans, to the backstop. nobody on. There's no harm there. And count evens up at 2-2. The first baseman, Madison George, in the on-deck circle for La Cueva. As here comes the pitch from Lessentine. And that'll miss high, and it's 3-2. Now, credit to the La Cueva batters. They have not been swinging at some of these pitches that they're not missing by much. They've shown really good plate discipline and have, forced these into long, full counts and long counts. 3-2. Swing and a miss and struck her out. 5 strikeouts for Lessentine. Lessentine into her motion. And in there for a called strike on the first offering to Madison George, and the count is 0-1. Bottom of 2, 1-0 La Cueva on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Swing and a miss, and 0-2 the count now. Sid looking to finish off the inning. That'll miss outside, and the count is 1-2. Home run by Nadia Moreno in this inning for La Cueva has put them in front. As here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss and struck her out. That is 6 strikeouts for Lessentine through 2 innings. La Cueva is in front on the Richardson Motors scoreboard, 1-0 on the Moreno home run. We will take a break and return here to Rio Rancho in the Class 5A state tournament. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, as Daviana Gonzalez pops one out to the third baseman. She had watched the first pitch in for a strike, and the Lady Tigers have their first out of the inning here in the top of the third. 1-0 La Cueva on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And Iceland Ortiz will come to the plate, the number 9 hitter for Alamogordo. Hannah Hunt pitching for La Cueva. And a bunt is going to be fouled off back to the screen. And the count 1-0. Or 0-1, I'm sorry. Amani Kosam also due up in this inning. Lady Tigers dug out up the first base line. La Cueva up the third base line. And a bright, warm, sunshiny day today as this is hit hard to left field, but it's going to be into foul territory. And good contact there from Ortiz, but falls behind the count now 0-2. One down and the base is empty. Top of the third inning. And La Cueva in front by a run. And the breaking pitch that, boy, I guess that missed outside. 1-2, good pitch there. Showing bunt to start is Ortiz. Brings it back, and she shoots it out to right field. That's a base hit. So good stuff from your number 9 hitter to get something started for the Lady Tigers. And Iceland Ortiz goes opposite field. Say, Ice has been one of the few in the lineup yesterday that just wasn't getting hits. And it just goes to show you that, you know, from one day to the next in softball, things can turn around for you. And trying to answer back here after La Cueva hits that solo home run in the bottom of the second. How big it would be for Alamogordo to come right back here and tie up the game. As Kosum will watch that pitch miss high. And it's 1-0. I think if anything, just kind of Hunt really hasn't gotten into positions of, you know, stress in this game yet. There hasn't been a runner in scoring position for Alamogordo yet. So trying to maybe get a couple on. As that misses low and inside. Nice pick out of the dirt by the La Cueva catcher, Sienna Perez, or I should say out of the turf. Kosum hitting from the right-hand side, right-handed pitching Hunt, and that's in there for a called strike. And the count is 2-1. One down, runner on first for the Lady Tigers in the top of the third inning. And a 2-1 count to Amani Kosum. High and away, 3-1. Kosum has hit the ball exceptionally well in this tournament and got herself a good hitter's count here at 3-1. Here's the pitch from Hunt. And okay, that is a walk. Kosum had stopped. I thought she heard strike. I couldn't. You know, the fans right here next to us. Sometimes it's kind of hard to hear if there's a strike call or not. That one missed by just a little bit. And so first and second here, the La Cueva infield is going to meet. And like I said, first opportunity, the Lady Tigers maybe try to turn the screw a little bit here and force La Cueva into a bad position. And more than anything, try to get the ball into play. And Herrera, such a good bunter. You've got to think that's on our mind here to try and move the runners up. She shows bunt, brings it back, pitch misses high. 1-0. First and second for the Lady Tigers. First time they've had a runner in scoring position in today's game. As here comes the 1-0 from Hunt. Brings the bunt back. Here's a pickoff throw to first. Pitch missed. And it's 2-0. Two count to the Lady Tiger number 2 hitter. And she's going to watch that one miss. And it's now 3-0. Now the Lady Tigers showing some really good plate discipline. As Herrera likely will be taking on a 3-0. She's going to call time. As I think the pitcher and catcher were not on the same page. And so everything will reset. Here comes the pitch from Hunt. And that'll be a walk. And so back-to-back walks after the one-out single. And the bases are loaded for Sydney Lessentine. And a huge opportunity here to get back what they gave up in the bottom of the second inning. And you know, if anybody, Lessentine's the one that wants to do it. Bases loaded and 1 out for the number 3 hitter for the Lady Tigers. Pickoff throw to third as the first pitch misses. So 1-0 to Lessentine. That misses high. And Hunt having trouble spotting her pitches. And looking over to my left, looks like Cueva is possibly going to warm up their pitchers. 2-0's right in there for a strike, and it's 2-1. 1 out, and the bases loaded. Huge moment early in this game, top of the third, as the Lady Tigers trail by a run. The 2-1, and Lessentine pops it out of play, and the count is 2-2. Lessentine settles back in. Kosum at second, Ortiz at third, Herrera at first, and a ground ball, and Lessentine was kind of out in front of that and was able to get a piece of it, as the count remains at 2-2. That was a good piece of defensive hitting for Lessentine, as she was able to hold up enough and get some contact with it and foul it off. 2-2. That misses high, 3-2. The 7th pitch of the at-bat. Full count for Lessentine. 3-2. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. Herrera at first, Kosum at second, and Ortiz at third. She got the inning started with a single, and then back-to-back walks to the Lady Tigers 1 and 2 hitters. Payoff pitch again, and she hits this in the air to left field, but it'll go into foul territory, and we'll do it one more time. It'll be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. She got under it a little bit. I got to say, if that one stays fair, it probably drops. Maybe it wouldn't have been the best for the Lady Tigers, just because of all the runners would have had to have held, so would have ended up probably only being 1 run. And we had a little bit of a delay there because another foul ball came into the field, but we're ready to go now. Another payoff pitch. Here comes the 3-2 from Hunt. And that is a walk, as that just missed a little bit high. Didn't miss by much. And so 3 consecutive walks, and we're tied. And that'll lead to a visit from the dugout from Cueva into the pitcher's circle. And we'll see a courtesy runner for Alamogordo as Addison Chamberlain comes in. Another foul off. From the other field drops in. As they are still talking about the courtesy runner that's coming in. And so Chloe Lenard with the bases loaded and 1 out, as we're tied at 1 run apiece. We got some time. Let's thank our state tournament sponsors. Casa Tierra Title and Abstract, serving Alamogordo for over 20 years at 2420 North White Sands, 575-434-6770. Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo, 3410 North White Sands, 575-446-8574. Padilla Brothers Investments at 575-551-1883. JBL Construction and Consulting, Bobby Lotta owner, 575-430. 5105 is the first pitch to Lunar, misses. And First National Bank at main branch at 414 10th Street. So 1-0 to Lunar. And so Chamberlain at first, Herrera at second, Kosum at third. That's in there for a called strike. And the count evens up at 1-1. Just 1 hit in the inning for the Lady Tigers. And that tied inside. 2-1. Here's the pitch. That's with the letters as well. And so 3-1. And I will say Hunt, has been squeezed a little bit. A couple of the ball calls were really, really close. This at-bat, they've mostly been way off. And can the Lady Tigers take a lead on a walk here? Here's the 3-1. That misses, and it's another walk. And I wonder if we're going to see a pitching change. Timeout called. And so I think La Cueva is going to make a change here. As the Lady Tigers and at least I think so. They called a timeout. Haven't seen the La Cueva coach go out to the circle yet. And yeah, we do see a pitching change. The designated player is coming in to pitch. So basically it's just a switch out. Lily Montoya will come in and pitch. And will switch out for Hunt. And so that'll be the change for La Cueva. So she warms up. Let's go ahead and fit in a quick commercial break. Lady Tigers have taken the lead 2-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard off of 4 straight walks from La Cueva. We'll be right back.
Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101.9. 0-1 the count to Haley Evans with the bases loaded. Second pitch misses, 1-1. The new pitcher for La Cueva is Lily Montoya. Their number 3 hitter was the designated player for this game. And here comes the 2-1. That's in there for a strike. Or I should say the 1-1. Now it's 1-2. Single from Ortiz, and then 4 straight walks as Alamogordo in front 2-1. Right at the knees. Oh, I'm sorry. So that first pitch was not a called strike. So it's 2-2. I was off on the count. That time the scoreboard was right, and I was wrong. All right, here comes the 2-2. Fouls it off, and boy, she took that right off of her face, but she's okay. She really didn't even flinch at it. Coach Ronnie Reyes is going to call time and make sure that she's okay. Give her extra 5-10 seconds to just sort of shake that off. We'll take a big practice swing before she steps into the box. And she's okay. Steps in. Bases loaded with 1 down, and a 2-2 count. This is high, 3-2. Now, could this be the 5th straight walk? Evans come up with a hit, or does La Cueva get that second out? Hard hit, but foul. That'll be up the third base line. Really good contact from Evans, but she can get that working a little bit better. That's what you're looking for. She just a little bit later on that, and It's in the corner, and 2-run score for sure. And she fouls it off and keeps it alive. So this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Well, I can't say how big that Sydney Lessentine at-bat was. The 9-pitch at-bat where she drew a walk. That brought in the first run and kind of kept the train going here. And again, hit foul and hit hard, but well out of play. And so it'll be the 9th pitch of the at-bat here. As Evans just hasn't quite been able to get it in play, but she's made a really good contact on 2 or 3 pitches in this at-bat. 3-2 is outside, and it's another walk. 5 consecutive walks. Give her an RBI. And the Lady Tigers lead 3-1. Now, certainly you can argue the pitchers are missing, but I think the Lady Tigers, especially in 2 of those walks, earning themselves extra pitches and forcing the Cueva pitchers to throw more as that pitch misses. And it's 1-0. Bases stay loaded here with 1 out. Lady Tigers with 3 runs home in the inning. And just 1 hit. Called strike. And the count evens up at 1-1. Alexis Rodriguez 0 for 1, struck out in her first at-bat. And this is her first time facing off against Montoya. And the 1-1. That's in there for a called strike. And 1-2. Both those right at the knees and dipping down and in. 1-2 to Rodriguez. That one further down and in. Pretty good pitch, though. That's, judging on what she had seen on the last 2, that would have been a really easy one to go after. But good plate discipline from Rodriguez, which she's shown a lot of that in this postseason. 2-2. Swings and misses and strikes out, and there's 2 down. So the 9th hitter of the inning comes up for the Lady Tigers. And just trying not to waste this opportunity with bases loaded. Certainly haven't wasted the opportunity with 3 runs home in the inning, but boy, a base hit certainly would score 1. Depending on where it is, could score 2. But Alyssa Bautista to the plate. And she'll watch the first pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1. 3-1 Lady Tigers, top of 3. As here's the pitch. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swings and misses and strikes out. So the Lady Tigers leave the bases loaded, but they do score 3 on 3 walks. Evans, Lunar, and Lessentine all earn RBIs. And the Lady Tigers take the lead 3-1 as we sit here in the top of the 3rd inning. Thank you to our state tournament sponsors. JBL Construction and Consulting, Bobby Lotta, owner. Striving for excellence in all they do, 575-430-5105. Padilla Brothers Investments at 575-551-1883 for your real estate needs, and also on Facebook. Casa Tierra Title and Abstracts. Serving Alamogordo for over 20 years. 2420 North White Sands, 575-434-6770. First National Bank, main branch at 414 10th Street. Tularosa and Cloudcroft, 575-437-4880. And 84 Lumber, 3401 North White Sands, 575-434-3850. Going to the bottom of the 3rd inning, and Sydney Lessentine now back out there with a lead. She has struck out 6, has given up a couple of singles and a home run, and she goes back to the top of the order here against Genesis Jaramillo. So the Lady Tigers now have their lead. Can they hold it? First 2 innings and run through the order. They were, the first inning they were in a little bit of trouble, but worked out of that. And really just one pitch in that second inning. As Lessentine goes into her motion, here's the pitch. Jaramillo swings and misses. She struck out in her first at-bat. 0 for 1 and behind in the count here, 0 and 1. The pitch. Trying to hit that outside corner, but misses. And the count evens at 1 and 1. Those are pitches I'm talking about where they're not missing by a whole lot, and the La Cueva hitters are not going after them. Makes it challenging for Lessentine. The 1-1. That's just below the knees, and it's 2 and 1. So Jaramillo, Lucero, and Montoya. Lucero and Montoya both have a hit in this inning. As La Cueva tries to answer back, down 3-1. As here comes the 2-1. This is a pop-up on the infield, and Ortiz will snag it right in front of the bag at second, and there's one down. Tony Lucero will come to the plate, as we mentioned, singled. And time called. I think the Lady Tigers might have been inside the circle there during the game. The fielders can't go into the circle. So time was called, and home plate umpire went and brushed off the rubber. And we're ready to go now. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0 and 1. The Lady Tigers would love a shutdown inning here after taking the lead for the first time today. Leading 3-1. And that's right there on the outside corner. Lucero was showing bunt, brought it back, but called strike right on the black. And Lessentine ahead in the count, 0-2. Sid ready to go. And here's the pitch. High pop up on the infield again. Kosum getting underneath it. She's got it. And there's 2 down. And it'll bring up Lily Montoya now. As she steps in, she replaced the pitcher, Hannah Hunt. She singled in her first at-bat. Got a little squib off the end of the bat that the Lady Tigers weren't able to field. And her first pitch to her is like right at the knees. It is called strike. And the count is 0-1. The pitch. High and outside, and the count evens. Empty, bottom of 3. 2 down. And here comes the 1-1 to Montoya. That's low, and it's 2 and 1.
Hey, watch what you're going to do right here, Sydney.
Lessentine will take a few extra steps outside the circle and reset. And now ready to go. Here comes the 2-1. At least she went around on that. She did. Tried to hold up on the check swing, but her momentum of her body just carried her around. And the count evens now at 2-2. Lady Tiger fans trying to get behind Sid. As here's the 2-2 liner, and that's over the head of Kosum and all the way out to the wall. And having a lot of trouble fielding the ball out there. It's going to end up as a double. It didn't really make too huge of a difference. As Rodriguez was having trouble getting a hold of the softball, but boy, that's a big 2-out double for La Cueva. Talk about keeping innings going a little bit. Put a little pressure on the Lady Tigers, and Addison Byers, who struck out in her first at-bat, comes to the plate. Kosum did her best to try to jump up there and get that, but over her head. And so Byers steps in from the right-hand batter's box. Lessentine winds and deals. And a swing and a miss. And she gets herself ahead in the count 0-1. 3-1 Lady Tigers on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 3 runs in the top of the third. La Cueva hit a solo home run in the bottom of the second to take the lead. As here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Took some off on that. And the count's 0-2. Good change up there from Lessentine. Runner on set, 2 down. And Lessentine ahead in the count 0-2. What she come up with here on a 2-strike count. The pitch. Swing and a miss and struck her out. Big strikeout as the Lady Tigers get their shutdown inning after the 2-out double. 1 runner left on, 1 hit, no Lady Tiger errors, and no runs for La Cueva. As we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Alamogordo leads on the Richardson Motor scoreboard 3-1. This is Lady Tiger softball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
There's lots of good reasons for a personal loan. Unexpected expenses, paying bills, or home projects. And good reasons to get your personal loan at our credit union. We're member-owned and not-for-profit. Apply online or in person. Loco Credit Union. We belong to you. Online at lococreditunion.com. We're federally insured by NCUA. We're an equal housing lender.
We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. It's the top of the 4th inning. Daviana Gonzalez leads off. First pitch is a called strike as she faces Lily Montoya. That one misses high into the backstop, and the count evens at 1-1. Daviana popped out to the third baseman in her first at-bat. She's 0 for 1. So there's 2 hits for the Lady Tigers in this game. No scoreboard says 1, but I think it's 2. Swing and a miss from Davi there, and it's 1-2. Lady Bears started with Hannah Hunt as their pitcher. Moved on to Montoya. And this is a high pop out to the left center field. It is caught by the center fielder, Addison Byers, and there's 1 down. And it brings up Iceman Ortiz, who started that rally for the Lady Tigers. She singled one out at number 9 spot to right field. And then it was 5 consecutive walks. 4 of them by one pitcher and 1 by another. And as I mentioned in that at-bat, she didn't really hit the ball well yesterday, but got things going. She bunts one that will go back to the backstop, and it's 0-1. And just, 1 through 9 through the order, anybody can have an impact for you. Good mentality to have. The 0-1 fouls this one off and out of play. And the count runs to 0-2 now. Top of 4. Lady Tigers in front 3-1. And trying to add on to that lead, get something started here in the inning. Swing and a miss and struck out. So there's 2 down, and Amani Kosum will come to the plate. Kosum popped out in the first, walked in the third, but came around and scored in that inning as we go back to the top of the Lady Tigers order. As here comes the pitch. High and outside. 1-0. Reminder, winner of this game moves on to the state championship game tomorrow. Coastal will watch that miss high and outside, 2-0. Just to let you know what's at stake in this game. I know with a double elimination tournament, it can seem like, gosh, there's a lot of games. And that pitch in there for a called strike at the knees. And the count is 2-1. Swings and misses after one up and out of the zone, and the count evens up at 2-2. Bases empty, top of 4. And certainly what La Cueva was hoping for in this game is, after giving up those 3 runs in the last inning, don't let the Lady Tiger lineup get going, and just getting a piece of it on an off-speed pitch that was going to be low, and the fact that Amani was able to get a bat to that was going to probably be in the turf. And so 2-2 the count again. Here's the pitch. And she pops one up in the middle of the infield, but the shortstop is going to get there on a running catch as Genesis Jaramillo makes the grab. And so the Lady Tigers continue to lead 3-1 after 3.5 innings of play. And a thank you to our Lady Tiger State Tournament sponsors, Casa Auto Group, Casa Toyota, Casa Honda, Casa Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, and Casa Chevy GMC, all in Alamogordo. And online at CasaAutoGroup.com. Yeah. Seaburger Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C, 575-437-4533. DermHappy.com. Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo. 3410 North White Sands, 575-446-8574. Matsky's Heating and Cooling, installing and servicing ultimate home comfort by Champion, 575-551-1351. And Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Jimmy and Tina Deere owners at 909 Delaware Avenue, 575-437-5810. Bottom of the 4th inning, and it'll be 5, 6, and 7 in the order here for La Cueva, as they trying to reel back in this game, trailing 3-1. Kyra Zamora struck out in her first at-bat, and she hits from the left-hand side, and she fouls off the first pitch, 0-1. Zamora, then Moreno, who's got the 1 run for La Cueva, a solo home run, and then Sienna Perez. Lesentina struck out 7 and has given up 4 hits. High pop-up, should be playable. Lunar not going to be able to get to it. It falls. She lost it. I think she lost it in the sun. And so that'll be a single. Had a lot of time, but she was trying to get to. Yeah, I think she's looking over to the bench and saying it was in the sun. She couldn't see it. So for La Cueva, a mistake by the Lady Tigers. And got to try the Tigers. Looking to not let that count. That's a pitch right at the knees for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. So good start to the at-bat. Moreno on a 3-2 count, hit a solo home run to left field. So watch that one miss outside. And the count's 1-1. Runner on first and nobody out. And the 1-1 from Lesentine. This is outside again. And the count is 2-1. Here comes the pitch. High pop up and out of play. And the count will leave it up at 2-2. And Moreno will look over to Coach Moreno in the third base box. And here comes the 2-2. Strong on and miss. Struck her out. That is strikeout number 8 for Lessentine. And always feels good to hitter that got one off you the last time. Sit her down on strikes. As Sienna Perez comes to the plate, she struck out her first time up. And misses high and away. Check swing by Perez. And the count's 1-0.
Hey, turn it right here, Tigers!
Lessentine again misses outside. That time right at the knees. And the count is 2-0. One down and a runner on first in the bottom of the fourth. Alamogordo leading 3-1. As here comes the 2-0. Fouled off and to the screen. And the count is 2-1. Ready to play as Perez steps back in. 2-1. And that'll miss high. And the count is 3-1. Kate Hella in the on-deck circle for La Cueva. As here comes the 3-1. That misses. And that's the first walk surrendered by Lessentine today. And it'll be first and second for La Cueva with one down. And a courtesy runner here for La Cueva. And Coach Ronnie Reyes is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Well, he does that. Well, let's give a shout out to our sponsors again. Seaberger Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C, 575-437-4533, DurhamHappy.com. Padilla Brothers Investments at 575-551-1883. Check them out on Facebook for your real estate needs. Matsky's Heating and Cooling, installing and servicing ultimate home comfort by Champion, 575-551-1351. Casa Tierra Title and Abstract, serving Alamogordo for over 20 years, 2420 North White Sands, 575-434-6770. And JBL Construction and Consulting, Bobby Lotta, owner, striving for excellence in all they do, 575-430-5105. And so a courtesy runner on first for the La Cueva catcher. Runner on second, and Kate Hella, who struck out her first time up, showing bunts. Pitches a called strike on the outside corner. And the count is 0-1. Sid into her motion. Here's the pitch. That'll miss high. And that's well done by Evans to get the glove to that, as that was rising on her and had to get out of her stance. Count even at 1. Lessentine. Here's the pitch. Bunt fouled off back to the screen. And so 1-2 now. So she'll have to swing away. As Hella steps back in. Double tap of the plate. And here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, and struck her out. 2 down. 9 strikeouts for Sid now. And Madison George comes to the plate with 2 down and runners on first and second. As Lessentine comes to the plate. High and away, misses. And it's 1-0. A single and a walk in this inning for La Cueva. And the single could have been construed as an error, too, as it just was a misplay. Swing and a miss from George. And the count evens up 1-1. Lessentine railed that in there right at the knees. As here comes the 1-1. Hard hit, and that's a base hit into the outfield, all the way to the wall. One run will score, and here comes the second run. Are they going to get it in time? They will, and it's tied. 2 RBI double for Madison George out of that number 5 spot, and it is 3-3. Now the misplay at the beginning of the inning looms large. And to the top of the order for La Cueva. And it's 2 runs home on a line drive to the gap in left center field. So Genesis Jaramillo struck out and popped out. Comes to the plate. Pops the first one out of play. And the count is 0-1. 3-3 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Bottom of 4. As here comes the pitch. Popped up and out of play again. And the count's 0-2. So back even. La Cueva scored first in the second inning. Tigers got 3 in the third. And now 2 here in the inning for La Cueva. But a 2-strike count here and try to keep this game even. The 0-2. High pop up on the infield. And Lunar got it. That's a nice confidence booster for her after the early part of the inning. And so the Lady Tigers find themselves all tied up 3-3 as we go to the top of the 5th inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. And Maylee Herrera's ahead in the count 2-0 to begin this top of the 5th inning. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Lady Tigers to lead it off. That pitch is going to miss. And they count 3-0 now. Lady Tigers looking for an answer back after giving up that 2-out, 2-run double. And looking to get the bats going a little bit, too. Showing bunt, brings it back. Pitch misses high. And it's a 4-pitch walk. And they'll bring up Sydney Lessentine now. Sid walked in her last at-bat, picked up an RBI. Struck out her first time up. This is her first time seeing Lily Montoya. The righty ready to go. And that'll miss high. Count 1-0. So 5 straight missed here to begin the inning for Montoya. Lessentine showing bunt, brings it back, pitches right in there for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Now, haven't seen Alamogordo test the La Cueva catcher, Perez, except once early in the game. Since then, Lady Tigers really haven't been doing that much. This is hard hit, center field. It is gone. A solo or two-run home run to straightaway center field, and the Alamogordo Lady Tigers have retaken the lead 5-3. What an absolute bomb from Sydney Lessentine, a no doubter off the bat. And what an answer by the Lady Tigers as they regain that two-run lead on a big bomb from Lessentine. And Sid was fired up, coming up the line at third base line, running to her teammate. Woo. I got to say, that's fun for right here behind home plate, seeing something like that, because she absolutely clobbered that. If you could hear it in the mic, just the sound of it. And a called strike to Chloe Lenar, 0-1. What an answer from Alamogordo right away. Retake the lead after a walk. Lessentine on a 1-1 pitch hammers one out of the park. The 0-1, and this is lifted to left center field. That'll drop, and it gets away from the fielder. Lunar is going to be able to advance to second on this, and the Lady Tigers with a double and trying to keep this inning going. Wasn't a lot to that from Lunar, but she hit it to the right spot. The left fielder was playing pretty deep there and just poked it out to left center field between the shortstop and the left fielder. Like I said, the bats, Lady Tigers had 2 hits coming into this inning, and all of a sudden they've got a home run and a double. And now Haley Evans, a strikeout and a walk and an RBI today, trying to keep it going. Puts down a bunt. That's a pretty good one. Lunar is going to be able to advance to third on the play as Evans moves her up. And so a sac fly in order here with 1 out. And Coach Fernando Lenar giving Alexis Rodriguez a pep talk before she heads into the box. Alexis has struck out twice, and she has seen Montoya earlier in this game. And that first pitch is a called strike on the inner half of the plate at the knees. And the count is 0-1. Lady Tiger fans trying to get behind Alexis Rodriguez, but swings and misses on the 0-1, and it's 0-2 now. Top of 5, 5-3 Alamogordo off the 2-run home run from Lessentine earlier this inning. Swings and misses and strikes out. 3 straight pitches, and that'll bring up Alyssa Bautista, who has also struggled at the plate here with a couple of strikeouts. But another opportunity to try and bring in that run from third with 2 outs. That pitch misses high and inside, and it's 1-0. That's in the dirt, and a nice pick out of the dirt by Perez. I'm sorry, the turf. 2-0. I'm going to call it dirt probably the whole game. As we await the 2-0. That's low and away, and it's 3-0 now. Well, certainly to be taking on a 3-0 pitch. And so to watch that miss below the knees, it's a walk. Second surrendered by Montoya in the inning. And we're going to see another pitching change. So it'll be number 14 coming in to pitch. And I'll get you number 14's name here in just a second. And curious what the change in the lineup will be. So that's Laney Alcaraz.
Number 14 coming in. Flex, pitching.
So number 14 is coming in for the flex. So they'll leave Montoya in. She'll be back to be in the DP. And so Alcaraz will come in and pitch. Third pitcher of the game for La Cueva. And I don't know if that's more of a, I don't know. This game is still within reach here, so kind of surprised that they're going to a different pitcher here, but obviously they know who their pitchers are and who can maybe give them the best chance to come back in this game. But, most softball teams I've seen, sometimes you've got two really good pitchers. Oftentimes you've got one. And so maybe they do have three. I don't know. Because we went into this game, I didn't know if La Cueva was throwing that their number one pitcher. And we have a pinch runner, Peyton Mersch, that is running for Alyssa Bautista. And Daviana Gonzalez, who's had some really big hitting days for the Lady Tigers in this state tournament. 5 RBI game against Cleveland. She had 3 yesterday against Piedra Vista. A great opportunity. Needs a base hit. And outside, the pitch misses. Laney Alcaraz, the pitcher now. She's pitching on the right-hand side, left-handed hitting Gonzalez. That'll be at the belt for a called strike, and the count is 1-1. Runners in the corners for Alamogordo. Outside. And 2-1 now. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count evens up at 2-2. Runners on the corners with 2 down. As the relief pitcher tries to avoid any further trouble. Ground ball left side. That is snagged, and the toss on to first is in time. It was off the mark just a little bit, but a nice reach by the first baseman. And the inning is over. 6-3 on the putout. But the Lady Tigers retake the lead here in the top of the 5th inning on a 2-run home run from Sydney Lessentine. Shout out to our Lady Tiger State Tournament sponsors, Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole, with Remax of Alamogordo, 3410 North White Sands, 575-446-8574. Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Jimmy and Tina the Year owners at 909 Delaware Avenue, 575-437-5810. 84 Lumber at 3401 North White Sands, 575-434-3850. Casa Auto Group, 4 locations in Alamogordo, Casa Toyota, Casa Honda, Casa Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Casa Chevy GMC. CasaAutoGroup.com, yeah. And First National Bank, main branch at 414 10th Street, branches in Tulsa and Cloudcroft, 575-4880. 5-3 Alamogordo on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Bottom of the 5th inning. And does La Cueva find a way to answer back? As they've got the heart of their order here, 2, 3, and 4. Tony Lucero, 1 for 2 with a single and a pop-out. As Lessentine into her motion. Here's the first pitch, and a swing and a miss. And the count is 0-1. A spot in the state championship game on the line between these two teams. And get the rest of Friday as well. Pop up on a bunt attempt. That's going to be too far behind the plate for Evans to get to. But the count is 0-2. A bit of a breeze today blowing across the field, right field to left field. but warm and sunny compared to yesterday. 0-2 fouled Hoffman back to the screen. I don't know why I was flinching there, but I don't think the softball could come through the screen here right in front of me. I've been doing pretty good in this game, not flinching at one of those, but that one got me for some reason. I don't know. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 5th for La Cueva, as Lucero's behind in the count 0-2. Sid winds and deals. That's high. And it's 1-2. Lucero, Montoya, Byers due up in the inning for La Cueva. As the 1-2 is on its way. Couldn't stop that. Oh, did spot that outside corner. Double-digit strikeouts now for Lessentine.
They don't want it, Sid. They don't want it.
Right on the outside corner. I thought because of a little bit of a delayed call that it wasn't called, but umpire got into it and called the strike 3. As Lily Montoya comes to the plate now. She is 2 for 2, single and a double today. And she hits this in the air. In foul territory in the first base side, and again the Lady Tigers on a pop-up have an opportunity to get it out. And it looked like, I think Bautista stopped, maybe believing that Kosum was going to come in and make the catch. And that was a difficult play for Alyssa over the shoulder to try to make it. And unfortunately, both players watch it drop to the ground. And with a dangerous hitter like Montoya, you hope that doesn't hurt you. The 0-1. That's going to miss outside, maybe a little bit high, too. And the count is 1-1. Defensive setup as it has been the whole game. We mentioned Bautista and Kosum right side of the infield, left side of the infield is Ortiz and Lunar. This is popped up and out of play. 1-2. In the outfield, Ruiz, Herrera, and Rodriguez from left to right. Evans, of course, behind home plate. I think we've already mentioned her in this inning. And we're going to toss back the softball that Sid had and get a new one, or a different one. 1-2 the count to Montoya with the bases empty and 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss and struck her out. 12 strikeouts for Lessentine. Actually 11, I believe. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's 11. 11 strikeouts for Sydney Lessentine. And it'll bring up Addison Byers, who's 0 for 2. She has struck out twice. Hitting from the right-hand side. Here comes the pitch. Away. And a little high as well. 1-0 the count. Lessentine into her motion. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off and back to the screen. And the count evens at 1-1. And we're ready to go here. With the bases empty and 2 down. Here comes the 1-1 to Byers. Hard hit, straightaway center. This might be out of here. It is. She absolutely hammers that one to center field. And the second home run for La Cueva in this game. And it's 5-4. So with 2 outs, La Cueva makes it a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Kyra Zamora will come to the plate. She singled and scored and has struck out in her 2 at-bats. So stepping in now is Zamora. After after the second solo home run for La Cueva. And this is fouled off by Zamora, 0-1. Now, I got to say, if you're Alamogordo, just based on how well La Cueva's hit in this game, you definitely want to add on some runs here before the end of this one. And just the way this game has seesawed, I don't think a 3-run or 4-run lead may be safe. The 0-1. And right at the knees, a called strike. And the count is 0-2. Lessentine has bounced back nicely after giving up some of those big hits. And that'll just miss on the 0-2. And the count's 1-2. So it was right at the knees, maybe a little bit low. Might have also been a touch outside. And I got to say, Zamora being able to hold off on that pitch, that was very close. The 1-2. And that misses high, and a check swing by Zamora. And the count evens up at 2-2.
Hey, you're way ahead, dude. You're way ahead, baby. Come on, Kyra. You got room, mama.
2-2. Swung on a miss and struck her out. 12 strikeouts for Lessentine, 3 in the inning. She does give up the solo home run, and we're through 5 complete on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. It is Alamogordo 5, La Cueva 4, and you're listening to Lady Tiger Fast Pitch on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Lady Tigers in front 5-4 on the very first pitch of the inning. Iceland Ortiz is hit with the pitch from Laney Alcaraz. And there's a runner on. Brings up Amani Kosum, showing bunt, brings it back. And the pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0. Amani is 0 for 2. A walk and a run scored, a pop out, and a strikeout. Outside it misses, and now 2-0. Now the Lady Tigers answered back with 2 runs in the top of the 5th after watching the game get tied. Can they answer back again here and add on to the lead? That's right in there for a strike on the outer half of the plate, 2-1. I tell you what, all these pitchers from La Cueva have got really good velocity. Control has been the challenge for their pitchers today. And again, hits that outside corner at the knees. And the count evens up at 2-2. And Lessentine, ground ball to the right side of the infield. They'll get 1. They won't be able to get 2 with the speedy Kosum. 6. And so there's 1 down, and Maylee Herrera will come to the plate. Maylee, 2 walks and a single, 2 runs scored. And she's been on base every time she's come to the plate. Shows bunt, brings it back. Kosum looking to steal, and she slides in just in front of the tag. La Cueva bench thought that that was an out. Throw got there in time, but on the turn to apply the tag, she couldn't get there before the hand got into the bag. It was bang, bang. Another great throw from Sienna Perez, who has been fantastic behind home plate for La Cueva in this game. So runner on second now, and a swing and a miss from Herrera. And the count is 0-2. And that pitch called strike 3. And that's right there at the knees. And she is down looking. And so to bring up Sydney Lessentine, who hit a 2-run home run in her last at-bat. She's got 3 RBIs on the day, other one coming off a walk. And she'll face Lainey Alcaraz for the first time. Brings it back. Kosum trying to steal third. She's going to get there in time. Third baseman was coming up on the plate to play the bunt. And so Kosum moves up another bag. And a foul ball coming into the field. And Lessentine will step into the box from one of the other fields, a foul ball coming in. And that's right in there at the knees on the outer half plate for a 1-1. I understand why La Cueva's gone with 3 different pitchers in this game, because they're all really good. But Lessentine with a big opportunity here to regain that 1 run, and this is going to go back to the backstop, and it's a really tight netting here on the backstop, so it takes a quick carom and right back to the catcher. Obviously, it has to take a straight carom back to the catcher. If it deflects off to one side or the other, it might have brought in a run there, especially with Kosum's speed, but 2-1. In the turf, and the count is 3-1. I think if you're La Cueva, you really don't give Sid anything close to do anything with here. I think Chloe Lenar's not a dangerous hitter in that 4 spot. And that's a strike called on the outside corner, 3-2. And Sid has started to go up the first base line, but I think that was more of wasn't a quick call by the home plate umpire. 3-2. That one misses well outside. And it's another walk for Sid, 2 in the game. And we'll see Addison Chamberlain come into the game. And so they replace Lessentine on the base pass. And Chloe Noir, who doubled, she walked in a run, and she's 1 for 1. 2 walks. As we've got a stray softball coming into the field. Not sure how many games we have going on around us. There's 4 fields, so it's possible that all 4 fields are going. We're kind of getting late in the tournament, so there's fewer teams that are remaining. And the pitch from Alcaraz low and away. 1-0. Kosum at third, Chamberlain at first. She's the courtesy runner for Lessentine. And Lunar will watch that one at the belt in there for a called strike. 1-1. The pitch from Alcaraz. That's low and away. And 2-1. Lady Tigers leading 5-4. We're in the top of the 6th inning. And a ground ball to the right side. And that is not going to be able to be picked up by the second baseman. And the Lady Tigers have regained a 2-run lead, 6-4. I'm going to give Chloe the infield single. That may be a little bit of hometown scoring there. But I'm going to give her the RBI. Some scores on the play. And it's 1st and 2nd now here for the Lady Tigers. And Haley Evans to the plate. Haley will swing and miss at the first pitch, and it's 0-1. 6-4 now, Alamogordo, top of 6. But as we've seen, no lead has been safe in this game. Cueva had a 1-0 lead, Alamo a 3-1 lead. And a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Alcaraz will snag that with her glove, toss it on to first, and the inning is over. But the Lady Tigers do get 1 run on the RBI single from Lunar. And they have retaken the lead 6-4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Shout out to our Lady Tiger State Tournament sponsors. Now let's run through them all here. Casa y Tierra Title and Abstracts. Seaburger Dermatology. Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo. Casa Auto Group. Casa Toyota Honda. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Chevy GMC. Padilla Brothers Investments. 84 Lumber, JBL Construction and Consulting, Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, First National Bank, and Matzke's Heating and Cooling. And our season-long sponsors, our pre- and post-game, Otero Federal Credit Union, Ryan Richardson Motor Company, our scoreboard sponsor, the Winner's Circle, Loco Credit Union, Ochoa Stucco, and First National Bank. Bottom of the 6th inning, and La Cueva up to hit. And they'll send up 6, 7, and 8 in the order. And Nadia Moreno, who hit a solo home run back in the 2nd inning, will come to the plate. 2 home runs for La Cueva. The other 2 runs, coming in a 2 RBI double from Madison George. And it's been all throughout the order for them. Their cleanup hitter hit a home run. Their 6-hitter here hit 1, and the double came out of the 9 spot. So you play it in your head, and you think, the bottom of the order is maybe not as solid hitters. This La Cueva team, and unsurprisingly, being as good as they are, pretty good all throughout the order. And first pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. And the count is 0-1. The pitch. That'll miss high to the backstop. And took out, well, I don't think it took out the phone. I think it just took out the case. So I think we're okay. Coach Lunar has his phone over here, either recording or streaming, one of the two. And here comes the 1-1. Fouled off and out of play. And it's 1-2.
Keep working, Fred. Keep working. Come on, Ed. Come on, Ed.
Leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 6th. As here comes the 1-2. That's low. And the count evens up at 2-2. Scoreboard says 5 hits for La Cueva. I think I had more than that. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7. I don't know. I'm not the official scorer. 2-2. Pop up and out of play. And the count will remain 2-2. I think a couple of those infield hits. I'm not sure what else you would call them. It's either a hit or an error, right? But the Tigers have gotten out of some trouble in this game. La Cueva certainly could have 3 or 4 more runs. Swing and a miss and struck her out. 13 for Lessentine. And it'll bring up Sienna Perez now. Walked and scored in the 4th. struck out in her other at-bat. And she's 0 for 1. And here's the pitch from Lessentine. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Winner of this game advances to the state championship game at the University of New Mexico tomorrow. Losers got to play again later today to try to get into that championship series. 0-1 on this high, 1-1. And you also have that slight room for error as well if you win this game and you get to the championship series, is you can lose one game and still win the state championship. So lots of bonuses to coming out of here with the win. 1-1 and check swing by Perez, 2-1. Lessentine checks her wrist sheet. As here comes the 2-1. Swing and a miss. And she took some velocity off of that, got the hitter in front of it. Count evens up here at 2-2. High and away, it misses. 3-2 now. Base is empty in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 6-4 lead for the Lady Tigers. And there's one out. Full count pitch here to Perez. And here comes the payoff. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. Kate Hella in the on-deck circle for La Cueva. Actually, you know what? Looks like we're going to see a pinch hitter for La Cueva. Like 28. I'll tell you who that is here in a second. So we'll see a new hitter in the next spot for La Cueva. As Perez faces another 3-2. And that's right back. Oh, that's a base hit. So a really nice at-bat there from Perez as she picks up the one-out single. And looks like it's number 20 that is coming in for La Cueva here. And number 20 for La Cueva is Macy Santisteban. And we'll also get a courtesy runner, which is Haley Silva, number 1. And we'll see if somebody who hasn't seen Sid yet in this game will have a level of success. Never know in these spots if a new hitter is, fresh eyes. And I mean, they've been watching the whole game, but, first time to swing a bat against the pitcher. As the home plate umpire adjusting his lineup card. And we're ready to go. Silva, the courtesy runner over at first for La Cueva, a little bit more speed. Let's see if La Cueva tries to steal. Haven't seen that in this game. Right down the middle for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. And you wonder, just kind of almost a get it over pitch. Somebody in their first at bat, or are they just going to take one to start? The 0-1, and did she go? No, she did not. Count evens up at 1-1. So she check swung on it on a pitch that was a little high, maybe a bit away as well. Right-handed hitter here is Santisteban. As here comes a 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Big deep breath from Santisteban as she steps back in. And here comes the pitch. Lays off of it. Outside. And the count evens at 2-2. One out in the inning. Runner on first. And the Lady Tigers holding on to a 2-run lead. As the Lesson team looks in. And a foul off. She went around. Well, she did swing and it hit her. And so that will be a strikeout. Or is that a strikeout or is it just a foul ball? Yeah, she didn't hit the bat because she went around on it and it hit her, so it is a strikeout. So it's her 14th strikeout. And so it'll bring up Madison George, who had a big 2 RBI double in the 4th inning. That tied the game up at 3 at that juncture. And Lessentine will miss outside. And the count is 1-0. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Lessentine. A single for La Cueva. Been a little feast or famine in this game for Alamogordo. Not many balls in play. It's either been a strikeout or a hit a lot of the time. Swing, and she might have gotten a piece of it on the off speed, and it's 1-1. So it's a lot of success with those off speed pitches. She just changed the pace a little bit on these La Cueva hitters. And here is the 1-1. High pop up, and this one could stay in play. It should. And another drop by the Lady Tigers in foul territory. 1-2. Third one in this game. One of them actually fell in fair territory, but the other one in foul territory. And I don't remember. The second one didn't have an impact. The first one did, because that brought a run in later in the inning. Would have been out of the inning if they had made that catch, but it's still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and struck her out. 15 for Lessentine, and the Lady Tigers will go to the 7th inning, leading 6-4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Looking for some insurance. La Cueva in the bottom half will have their top of the order. We'll return. The Lady Tigers are an inning away from headed to the state championship game.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 111 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Local Credit Union would like to send a huge congratulations to 2024 graduating class. Are you ready to take the next step towards a brighter future after graduation? Secure your dreams with our flexible and affordable graduation loans. Whether you're looking to pursue a higher education, start a business, or simply need financial assistance as you start a new chapter of life, we've got you covered. Visit Local Credit Union today. Member NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. As the count is 2-0 now on Alexis Rodriguez. Alexis 0 for 3 today with 3 strikeouts, facing Laney Alcaraz. It was the 3rd pitcher of the day for La Cueva. And that's outside as well, and it's 3-0. Lady Tigers with 6, 7, and 8 in the order. Rodriguez, Batista, and Gonzalez. None of them yet to score a hit today, but Bautista's been on with a walk. That's right in there for a strike. 3-1. And stepping back into the box is Rodriguez. Leadoff hitter in the top of the 7th, 6-4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Hard hit, but foul. And the count is 3-2. Like I said, in just another 1 or 2 runs, boy, that would make a huge difference for the Lady Tigers going to the bottom of the 7th. And down and in, it misses, and so the Lady Tigers get a base runner on. An excellent way to start. A lot of walks in this game for La Cueva. And it's been between the 3 pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the 10th walk given up by La Cueva pitching today. Bautista watched that one miss low. And I'm sure from La Cueva's standpoint, they'll feel like maybe they've been squeezed a little bit on the calls, but I feel like the umpire has been really solid in this game, has been fair on both sides. And shows bunt, brings it back, pitch misses low, and the count is 2-0. That's low again, and it's 3-0. Now, definitely taking here if you're Bautista. So watch that one right in there for a strike. And the count is 3-1. So good hitters count for Bautista. And she awaits the 3-1. And hard hit, but foul as she smokes that up the third base line. And the count again runs full here, 3-2. Alcaraz lost Rodriguez on a 3-2 walk. What do we get here on another payoff pitch? The 3-2. And that will one hop back to the catcher. And so back-to-back walks. And it'll be first and second here for the Lady Tigers. And Daviana Gonzalez, well, I think is going to hit. As Coach Ronnie Reyes coming over and talking at the bench. And we see the La Cueva coach Moreno going out and talk to his team. Let's give a shout out to our Lady Tiger State Tournament sponsors here. Seaburger Dermatology at 1401 10th Street, Suite C, 575-437-4533. Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, Timmy and Tina Deere owners at 909 Delaware Avenue, 575-437-5810. First National Bank, main branch at 414 10th Street, Tularosa and Cloudcroft, 575-437-4880.
We do need a request from all our fans. Please
Casa Auto Group, Casa Toyota, Casa Honda, Casa Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and Casa Chevy GMC. CasaAutoGroup.com. Yeah. And 84 Lumber, 3401 North White Sands, 575-434-3850. And Gonzalez will watch that in there for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Nobody out. Top of the 7th, Alamogordo leading 6-4. Swing and a miss from Gonzalez, and it's 0-2 now.
Hey, you're better with 2, it only takes 1, baby. Let's go, Dobby.
Alcaraz into her motion, and getting a piece of it is Gonzalez to the backstop, and she keeps the at-bat alive, 0-2. Big opportunity for the Lady Tigers, try to add on to a 6-4 lead. And that will roll to the catcher, 1-2. Big time for a big hit if Gonzalez can come through. And a ground ball up the middle, base hit. This should score a run. Coming around and scoring on the play is Rodriguez. The throw is off the mark, and that'll allow Murder's to move up to second and third, and it's 7-4. RBI single from Daviano Gonzalez. And it's 7-4 Alamogordo, and still nobody out in the inning. And Iceland Ortiz will be coming up. And are we going to see another pitching change? We are. So that is the fourth pitcher of the game. No, I'm sorry, they're going to bring Hannah Hunt back in. So Hunt, who started the game, is going to re-enter here. And so she left after control was a bit of an issue. She had given up some walks. And I'm sure La Cueva looking at this saying, and I got to think if they're bringing back Hunt, that's their best pitcher, and they want her to be in to try to not allow this lead to get any further away. And Ortiz, who had a single and scored a run back in the third. She's been hit by a pitch, 1 for 2. Sorry, I'm getting disconnected there, folks. I don't think we dropped out prior to the big RBI single from Daviana Gonzalez. I hope we didn't. But she had an RBI single up the middle. 1-0 the count to Iceland Ortiz. As Hannah Hunt has returned to the game. She started this game and pitches in there for a strike, and the count is 1-1. Now, I don't know if Ice would bunt here in this spot. I don't think he'd be trying the squeeze play. And she foul tips this one. And the count is 1-2. So that single started the rally for the Lady Tigers in that third inning and eventually chased Hunt later because she gave up, I don't know if it was 4 walks in a row or 5. I think it was 4. And that brought in the next pitcher. Pop up, and it'll get out of play behind home plate. And the count remains 1-2. Nobody out, top of 7. Alamogordo leads 7-4. And you want every little bit of insurance run that you can take going to the bottom of the 7th. Definitely don't want to leave anybody in scoring position. And just got a piece of an off-speed pitch from Hunt. I do wonder how difficult this is for a pitcher who started a game, was replaced in the third inning, sits out for 3 innings, and comes back into the game. And this is a high fly ball into foul territory and off the glove. And it'll be a foul ball. And so Ortiz to get another opportunity here. That's an interesting question. She had the ball go off her glove, and then she pinned it against the wall. I guess that's not a catch. This is fouled off, and Forward Ortiz is seeing the ball well today. Runners on second and third for Alamogordo. 1-2 the count. And the pitch. And she hits this in the air to the second baseman. That is caught, and there's one down. You know, good battle there from Ortiz. She doesn't get the hits, but she does force Hunt to throw 7 there. Never got more than a 1-2 count. So it's 1 down, and Amani Kosum to the plate. Amani looking for her first hits, but she has scored 2 runs. And she watches the first pitch in for a strike. Popped out to center in the first, walked and scored in the third. Strikeout in the fourth, and reached on a fielder's choice. She stole 2 bases in that 6th inning. Down and in, and the count evens at 1. Kosum ready to go. And she softly lines this one foul up the third base side. And the count is 1-2. Alamogordo 7, La Cueva 4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. 1 out in the top of the 7th inning as Alamogordo trying to add on some more insurance runs. Hannah Hunt back into the game after starting. 2 other pitchers have pitched for La Cueva in this game. And Kosum swings and misses. She'll run to first and will be out on the throw as it was in the dirt. And so Maylee Herrera with 2 outs. 2 walks and a single for her. She did single off of Hunt earlier in the game. And the Lady Tigers now need a base hit. And she offers late at the first pitch, and the count is 0-1. 2 walks and a single in the inning for the Lady Tigers. The Daviana Gonzalez single added on a run. That is a called strike. Maylee thought that was a little bit high, but it's called, and the count is 0-2. And here's the pitch from Hunt. Check swing and low and away, it misses. And the count is 1-2. Well, I got to say, Hunt has looked very good coming into this game after sitting out for, an hour and a half probably? That's at the eyes. And the count is 2-2. At least an hour. Two-two pitch. Called strike 3, and the inning is over. But the Lady Tigers do get 1. They leave 2 on. No errors and 1 run for Alamogordo. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Alamogordo 3 outs away from earning a spot in the state championship game tomorrow at the University of New Mexico. Another thank you to all of our state tournament sponsors. Padilla Brothers Investments, 575-551-1883. Casa Tierra Title and Abstract, serving Alamogordo for over 20 years. 2420 North White Sands, 575-437-6770. JBL Construction and Consulting. Bobby Lotta, owner, striving for excellence in all they do. 575-430-5105. Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo. 3410 North White Sands, 575-446-8574. Maskey's Heating and Cooling, installing and servicing ultimate home comfort by Champion, 575-551-1351. So here we go. Leadoff hitter for La Cueva will lead off this inning, Genesis Jaramillo. And she fouls off the first pitch, and it's 0-1. 2 pop-outs and a strikeout for Jaramillo. It is 1-2-3 in the order for La Cueva. Three-run lead for Alamogordo. As here comes the 0-1. Swing and miss, 0-2. Sid with 15 strikeouts in this game. Trying to add on some more here. The 0-2. Couldn't get her to chase, as that's away and outside, 1-2. Senior lesson team ready to go. The 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. And Jaramillo check swing holds up on it. Here comes the 2-2. High pop up on the infield. Underneath it is Ortiz. She's got it. One down. Lucero to the plate now for La Cueva. Lucero, a single in the first, a pop out in the third, and a strikeout in the fifth. 1 for 3 this afternoon. Lessentine ready to go. And the pitch. That's going to hit her. So a hit by pitch. And she skipped one back to her. And so a runner on for La Cueva. And Lily Montoya, who has singled and doubled and struck out, comes to the plate. With her team down by 3 runs. Lessentine into her motion. Here's the pitch. That's right there for a called strike on the outside corner. And the count is 0-1. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swing and miss as she chases one upstairs. 0-2. Well, you got a few pitches to waste here if you're Lessentine. Try and get her to chase again. As here comes the 0-2. Fouled off, and that'll get back to the screen, and we'll keep it at 0-2. Bottom of 7. Alamogordo in front 7-4 on the Richland Motors scoreboard. A pop out to begin the inning. Hit by pitch, and we're going to see Coach Ronnie Reyes call time and go out and talk to his pitcher. As they want to talk things over a little bit. And looks to be good to go. All right, here we are. Lady Tigers in front by 7-4. 3 runs in the third, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, 1 in the seventh. La Cueva, 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. As got where we're at now.
Let's go, Tigers! Let's go, Tigers!
As here comes the 0-2. Misses high. But a good waste pitch there, 1-2, trying to get Montoya to chase.
Hey, come get him, baby!
Here's the 1-2. Fouled off and back to the screen again. And the count will stay 1-2. Now La Cueva trying to rally back again. They took the lead, fell behind by a pair, tied it up. Fell behind again by a pair, brought it within 1 run. The Lady Tigers have added 3 since then, or 2 since then. Couldn't get her to chase on a pitch up, and the count is 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Foul tip and back to the backstop, just off the glove of the catcher, Evans. She'd been able to squeeze that, and that would have been the second out. That's the 4th pitch that Montoya's fouled off in this at-bat. And tightening up her catching mitt is Evans. I think that's what she's doing. It's either that or it's her... I don't know if it was the glove or if it was the her knee guard. Hard to tell from this angle. All right, here comes the 2-2. High pop up. This will get out of play. And another one fouled off in this at bat by Montoya. home plate umpire was looking for a softball. We do have one to play, but I don't think he has a lot of extra ones at the moment. He may not have any. All right, here we go. Another 2-2. And that'll miss, and it's 3-2. So the count is full. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Lessentine gave up a hit by pitch early in the inning. A pop out is the other out, or is the out. Fouled off again. This will be the 11th pitch of the at-bat. And we've got a softball coming back in. As Lessentine tries to win this battle, and it is a battle. The number hitter right in the heart of the order, trying to bring her team back, and the Lady Tigers trying to close this one out. So just one out. Here's the pitch. Line drive, and caught by Ortiz at short. And there's two down. The Lady Tigers 1 out away from the state championship game. And it is Addison Byers who does have a solo home run in this game. She has struck out the other 2 times. 4th at-bat of the day for her, 1 for 3. Swing and a foul tip. And the count is 0-1. Lessentine looks in, and here comes the pitch. Pop up, and this will get out of play. Well, that might have actually stayed in play, but it did. It would have been right up against the wall. Nobody made the attempt at it. That has been a theme in this game, unfortunately, for the Lady Tigers, is dropping pop-ups in foul territory. It's the 3rd time. I don't want to say drop, letting them fall. They've never gotten a glove to them, but hey, you're still ahead 2 strikes here. 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on first. Lessentine into the line. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. And Lessentine's been working from ahead in the count a lot of this inning. And looking for that big pitch to send the Lady Tigers to the championship game tomorrow. Here comes the 0-2. Couldn't get her to chase as the pitch misses high. And the count is 1-2. Was a check swing, but she held up pretty early. The 1-2. And this is hit to center field. And making the grab is Herrera in center field. And this game is over on a line drive. She makes the play, and the Lady Tigers win it 7-4 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. They are heading to the state championship game tomorrow at the University of New Mexico as they defeat the La Cueva Bears. What a grab. What 2 really great defensive plays by the Lady Tigers as they were able to get the line drive out at short and then a line drive to straightaway center field, and Herrera makes the play. 7-4, Lady Tigers win. We will come back and wrap this up on the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. The Lady Tigers are headed to the championship. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-3019.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
spring into a home equity loan with OFCU, offering a reduced home equity rate for your spring fixes. Now through the end of May, OFCU will pay your $300 admin fees. Get a fixed rate of 5.99% APR for first lien position and 6.99% APR for second lien position. Unlock the equity in your home and save. Apply online today. OteroFCU.org. Other restrictions to apply. All loans are subject to credit approval. Rates are based on credit worthiness. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Financial literacy. Why is it important to teach kids to save? This is AJ with First National Bank. Learning to save at an early age helps train children to become reliable about savings and become financially responsible as adults. First National Bank wants to help you inspire your kids to save by creating good habits early with our Learning to Save program. Parents can use this fun strategy to help encourage children to save and connect with them about financial responsibility. We're here to help with your financial questions at any age. Member FDIC.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Welcome to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. The Alamogordo Lady Tigers are headed to the Class 5A state championship game to face off, well, against could be one of a number of teams. If I were to bet, it'll probably be either La Cueva or Centennial, but who knows. A lot of softball left to be played here today. Lady Tigers, though, they're done. They've got the win 7-4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, as it was a back-and-forth game throughout. And nerve-wracking, for sure. Sydney Lessentine, an amazing effort, 15 strikeouts for her. And we'll go ahead and run through the entire game for y'all. First inning, the Lady Tigers did get a runner on, but caught stealing. And La Cueva would get a couple runners on, second and third, with 2 outs, but did not score. In the top of the second inning, Lady Tigers did get on with a walk, but then next 3 were strikeouts. Nadia Moreno would lead off the second inning with a solo home run to left field, gave La Cueva a 1-0 lead. They would strike out in their next 3, though. Alamogordo would answer back in the third inning. Iceland Ortiz had a 1-out single, and then it was 5 consecutive walks by La Cueva, which brought in 3 runs. Alamogordo took a 3-1 lead. They would strike out on the last 2 to finish up the inning. La Cueva in the third would put a runner on with a double, but didn't go anywhere from that point. Top of the fourth, Alamogordo went down in order, a couple of strikeouts and a pop-out. La Cueva would tie up the game in the fourth inning, though. They got a single to lead it off, a walk, and then a 2 RBI double from their 9-hitter, Madison George, made it a 3-3 ball game. Going to the top of the fifth, Alamogordo answered right back, a leadoff walk by Maylee Herrera, and then Sydney Lessentine hit a solo home run to straightaway center field. That ended up being the winning hit for the Lady Tigers. They took a 5-3 lead at that point and never surrendered the lead again. It did become a 1-run game in the top of the fifth when Addison Byers hit a solo home run to center field. Lady Tigers in the bottom of the sixth would get one back, though, on an RBI single from Chloe Lunar. That made it 6-4. La Cueva did get a runner on in the sixth, but Lessentine struck out the other 3. Top of the seventh, Alamogordo would add on one more run on an RBI single from Daviana Gonzalez. That scored Alexis Rodriguez. And then in the seventh inning, the pop-out A hit by pitch put a runner on, and then two really great defensive plays by the Lady Tigers. A line out to the shortstop and a line out to the right fielder, or the center fielder. And Herrera, kind of off balance, was able to make the grab. You could see the softball almost come out of her glove initially, but she was able to hold on and finish out the game. And the Lady Tigers are winners 7-4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. So Lessentine, 15 strikeouts. She did give up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits in the game, 7 hits in the game. And on the hitting side of things, Amani Kosum scored 2 runs, reached on a walk and a fielder's choice, had 2 stolen bases. Maylee Herrera walked twice, had a single, and went 1 for 3. Sydney Lessentine was 1 for 2. 2 walks, 3 RBIs, and the home run. Chloe Lunar was 2 for 2, a single, a double, 2 RBIs, and 2 walks. Haley Evans, a walk and an RBI. Laid down a sac bunt as well. She went 0 for 3. Alexis Rodriguez was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Alyssa Bautista was 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Daviana Gonzalez 1 for 4 with an RBI single. And Iceland Ortiz, she went 1 for 3 on the day. Let's thank our Lady Tiger state sponsors one more time as we wrap up our Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show. Casa Tierra Title and Abstract, Seaburger Dermatology, Jake Roberts and Jessica Cole with Remax of Alamogordo, Casa Auto Group, Toyota, Honda, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Chevy GMC, CasaAutoGroup.com. Yeah. Padilla Brothers Investments, 84 Lumber, JBL Construction and Consulting, Pioneer Abstract and Title Company, First National Bank, and Matzke's Heating and Cooling. We're going to go and wrap it up. Thanks so much for tuning into our broadcast. We're on the air tomorrow. Noon is the start time for that over at the University of New Mexico, as the Lady Tigers will play for a state championship tomorrow. Team to be determined, but we'll be on the air with that one tomorrow. We hope that you'll join us. Again, the Lady Tigers winners 7-4 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You've been listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union postgame show here on Alamo Sports and Talk 121019. And signing off from Rio Rancho, we'll be back tomorrow for more Lady Tiger fast pitch action. We hope you will tune in.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Today's forecast is calling for sunny skies, mostly clear tonight in Alamogordo. High of 84, low of 60 for Cloudcroft. High of 58, low of 38.